What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Contrarian. I'm Logan. I'm here kind of giving a weekly update, what I'm going to be keeping my eyes out for this week in terms of the markets. There's a few things this week that I think are going to be a little pivotal when it comes to the markets, especially the stock market, because tomorrow, or when this video will be released, CPI will be coming out for August. And I do think it could be very significant in terms of being the second consecutive month of a declining CPI print, and it could sort of mark the beginning of the end of inflation being on the forefront of the Fed's mind, and the market could definitely react to this in a big way. I'll also be discussing the physical silver inventory drain that's continuing to go on, and it appears that SilverSqueeze, as it was going on back in early 2021, could somewhat be resuming right now. So first of all, I'll discuss the significance of the CPI print and why this could be very pivotal, very beneficial for the stock market as a whole. And basically, inflation has been on the forefront of the Fed's mind. The Fed has been trying to fight inflation very aggressively through the early half of 2022. They've kind of shifted their rhetoric a little bit in the last month or so, with unemployment rising from 3.5% to 3.7%. So already the Fed realizes that they have impacted the economy in a significant manner with the tightening cycle that has occurred. But if inflation comes in low, lower than where it was for July, right now the consensus for August is a negative 0.1% a month over month CPI. But that's pretty conservative. In my opinion, it could be lower than that. So if it's lower than that, if it's lower than what the market is currently thinking, the market could rally in a significant way for a few reasons. First of all, inflation would begin to wane off of the Fed's concerns, and all of a sudden, the Fed might start looking at other data out there. So they might start looking at the unemployment rate going up a little bit. They might start looking at things like the credit market more seriously, the damage that the Fed has already caused in the credit market. And so this could all start being priced in by the market. The market is a very good discounting mechanism. So it's looking towards the future. It's trying to interpret what will happen in the future based off of current changes that are going on. So in my opinion, if the CPI print does come in lower for August, and in my opinion, it could come in significantly lower than the consensus, we'll likely see a significant rally in the stock market after that. And also coupled with this is the fact that unemployment went up from 3.5% to 3.7%. Now that's already historically pretty low, but really what the market only cares about at this point is easy money. What does easy money look like in the near-term future? Is the Fed going to begin pivoting in the near-term future? And if the market believes that the Fed is going to begin pivoting, whether that pivot looks like, just stopping the rate increases, whether it looks like actually going back to QE, whether the market believes one or the other, doesn't really matter. The market really cares about when is easy money going to come back. And so because of that, unemployment going up is actually good news for the stock market. As disconnected as that is, that's kind of that is the situation that the stock market has been in for a while now. So as counterintuitive as that is, there really is a big disconnect, if in fact an exact inverse to the real economy that the stock market currently has. And now talking about the SilverSqueeze that appears to be resuming. It's for somewhat different reasons as what was going on in early 2021. So right now, what is going on is basically the energy crisis in Europe, with energy prices basically going parabolic and looking like a meme stock out there. This is forcing many people to buy solar panels for their houses in mass. And silver is a major input into the production of solar panels. So this has caused an already low physical silver inventory to become increasingly more drained, as can be seen out there on the different silver inventory charts that can be seen. So basically, if this trend continues, if producers of solar panels continue to aggressively purchase silver, this could widen the already big gap between physical silver prices and the paper COMEX price out there. So eventually, if that gap gets big enough, you end up with a situation like what a SilverSqueeze, the whole Reddit group, was trying to achieve back in early 2021. Eventually, you end up with a situation where the whole COMEX, a commodity exchange system that's successfully papered over silver prices for quite some time now, eventually you could force them to effectively have to raise the price of silver dramatically, or allow it to rise dramatically, in order for producers of silver to actually enter into the space who aren't there right now. Because the fact of the matter is, if silver is as low as it has been for the last couple of years, around $20 right now, a little under 20 a couple weeks ago, there's a lot of producers out there who just are not going to be profitable producing silver at that low of a price, with energy inputs being this high, with labor inputs being as high as they are. There's just a lot of producers in the silver market that have not been there. And so in order for them to physically step in and begin producing more silver to address the very, very low supply that's there, the price of silver eventually needs to go up dramatically from where it is right now. And that's not even looking at all of the very large short positions out there by different banks and hedge funds that need to be covered. So SilverSqueeze is very much still in the game. In my opinion, it's very much only a matter of time until the whole COMEX market of silver blows up. It's just the degree to which the silver market has been papered over many multiples of what actual physical silver inventory is present. It's just only a matter of time till that goes away. So until then, it's just kind of a waiting game to see what eventually does blow up the silver market. But right now, what's getting SilverSqueeze trending again is the fact that solar panels are being bought up in mass. So these are a couple things that I'm keeping my eye on this coming week. The CPI print and how stocks will likely react to that in a very positive way. Perhaps we'll see the Fed begin to shift their rhetoric a little more, maybe hinting that the end of the tightening cycle is closer. And then also the SilverSqueeze, continuing to watch that, because it's just something that I think is only a matter of time until it eventually does happen. But all of this being said, let me know what you guys think about these two topics down in the comment section below. I like to make videos fairly frequently. Unfortunately, I didn't get to it last week. I had a really good backpacking trip I was able to go on. I'm actually recovering from a cold right now, kind of because of that, but it was a really good trip. I'll probably put up a couple pictures from it up there, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I hope to see you all again at some point.